What's up and welcome to my newest video in a while. So today I thought it would be fun to do some makeup. I'm not a makeup guru, I'm not a makeup artist, I'm just an everyday person doing her makeup. But I know that a lot of times people ask me, how do you do your eyeshadow? So I figured I would do a video because I got a new ring light and a new microphone and I just wanted to test it out. So this is the look I'm going to be doing today. So with that, let's get right into it. And okay, so I've got my face moisturized, exfoliated, cleaned, all that fun junk. So I'm gonna start by using some face primer. I'm using the NYX Honey Do Me Up. One of my friends recommended this to me and I have not stopped using it since I started. Okay, so normally I do my foundation and all that fun stuff before I do my eyes, but I do my eyes first if I'm doing like a whole bunch of bright colors and all that fun stuff, because then if I fall out, it's easy to fix. I don't have to wipe it away and lose what I did. So I'm gonna start by setting my eyes, and I'm gonna use the Revolution Conceal and Define concealer. I really like this because it blends out easily and it stays on, and I think it's supposed to be like a dupe of the Tarte Tape Shape. And of course I have vitiligo, so I have less pigment. I have like no pigment on this side, so I always need more. Just create a little base for the eyeshadow to go on. Okay, so I am going to conceal some of this crap so nobody has to stare at it, because I'm sick of it. Cover some shit up. I prefer the Beauty Blender to brushes because I have like some skin that gets drier than others, and when, you know, sometimes if you use a brush for foundation, it like rubs over it and it makes it like flaky and stuff, and I just ain't about that life, so. Just stab myself in the face. Just keep beating. Just keep beating. I'm gonna start with, pretty much every color I use is gonna be in the Born to Run palette. And I'm gonna start by layering some transition shades in my crease. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this, it's like a peachy salmon color, Still Shot. And I'm just gonna dip it in there and tap off the excess. And then I'm just gonna go in and lightly begin to build that color. So then of course we're gonna do the same thing on this eye, because I'm not talented enough to do two different eyes. So I'm not really sure like what to talk about in a makeup video. So I'm gonna go ahead and start talking about some things that have been recently going on with me. Making it sound like it's all mysterious and shit. So I started this new diet, and it's not to like lose weight or anything. I've had problems with like nausea and stuff like my entire life, and you know, doctors have never been able to figure out what it is. So I've just pretty much given up, and recently found out something else, and it kind of just led back to this condition. And so I started the, you know, dietary restrictions for it, and it's basically like soft foods, because it's like my stomach can't digest foods like it's supposed to. It's very small meals spaced out during the day. I've had to give up meat, which is really hard because I like steak and chili and ribs and chicken, but since I've started it, I have not been sick at all, and I can have sushi for lunch. Like, it's the best excuse to eat sushi. So, and as much as it sucks to give up like a lot of the stuff I used to eat, like cakes and pastries and pies, it's so gonna be worth it. And I guess it makes it even more worth it because I guess I'll probably lose some weight. I ain't mad at that. Okay, so now that we have that first transition color, we're gonna layer another transition color. And that's what creates that like gradient effect, you know? And I never really understood that when I, you know, first started doing makeup, and I would just like do one color or like two colors and they would just like be on top of each other. And it never really looked good, and man, I really understand why I was bullied now. kind of blend those together. Okay, so now we have the transition colors done, and we can move on to putting some, a little bit of a darker color up in the, like the V of our eye right here. Let's discuss Sims 4. So, I recently decided to get Sims 4 for the PlayStation, and I have been playing Sims since it came out, since the first one. I used to be really upset that there was no grocery store in this one because I didn't think that I could make like the foods I didn't have the ingredients for. I never actually tried to click on it. Well, for years I've been trying to get my husband to play Sims, and he's finally doing it because they have this new expansion called Get Famous, and he's playing and he's like, oh, how do I get the ingredients? And I was explaining to him how it was stupid and how they need to bring the grocery store back in Sims 5, and he clicks on it. And then he starts making it, and I'm like, my best friend, she plays Sims 2, and like this whole time I was complaining about the grocery store, and like nobody ever said like, what are you talking about? Like, what's the big deal? Like this whole time I was not making any of those dishes because it was like I hadn't figured out how to grow an onion. I just pay more and I can make it. So next, we're gonna go in with this shade Raher. My nails won't let me pick it up. This it's called Hell Red. Sounds like a good red. And I'm kind of taking this flat angled brush, tap off the excess per usual. And then this is just gonna go over here in like the outer V area. And I like to use this brush because you can like pretty much just make the mark where you want it to go. And now I'm gonna go in with a blend-in brush, one that I can be pretty precise with. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab like this little tapered blending brush. And I've been trying to get my husband to get up on YouTube and fucking moon y'all, but he won't do it. So I told him if he wasn't gonna do it, I was gonna do it. And I'm gonna do it. Bet you didn't think I had a moon, did you? Okay, so while I finish up the rest of my shadow, I thought it might be fun to do like a little question portion, because like my life's not that interesting. So we're gonna go in with this color called Guilt Trip. It's like a purpley, like, I'm gonna hold this upside down, like right there color. Yeah, I'm feeling it. Okay, hit me with some questions.
Favorite movie?
The Last Unicorn.
My favorite band?
My Chemical Romance, hands fucking down.
My favorite holiday?
Samhain.
Samhain? What's that?
It's the Pagan New Year, and it takes place on October 31st.
What is your idea of a perfect date?
One with food. And that doesn't end badly. But food must be involved. Doesn't mean we have to go out for food. Doesn't mean we have to order food. Could just cook food. Could eat leftovers. Just food.
3 things that annoy you easily.
People asking me a whole bunch of questions while I'm trying to think or look for something. When people go too slow, I'm just very precise. I know that you literally do all of these things. My husband literally does all of these things. People who decide they need to speed up, like in 2-lane traffic, and then when this lane's ending, it's just this one, and they decide they're gonna get in this lane and try and pass you. And the times that I decide I'm gonna be nice and let them pass and not just speed up and win. Those are the motherfuckers that get in front of you and go slow as hell. So what was the point? Just to go slow. You could've went slow on the back of the line.
If you could date any famous celebrity, who would it be?
That's really hard. I'm going to ponder on that one. I'm going to go back in with that transition shade that I had with that still shot. There are so many celebrities, I can't pick one next. So now I'm going to put a little bit of concealer on here just so that I can get it on this brush. I'm gonna create a half cut crease here, which I do almost every time I do my makeup. And you only want it on the lid and very little product.
How would you best describe your fashion sense?
Lazy. No, seriously, I'm like the laziest person, like dresser ever. Like I got this nice ass top on, but like on the bottom, like I'm nothing but comfy. Like leggings. Now we're back.
Do you use sarcasm a lot?
No. So the next one I'm going to do, now that I have created like a little cut crease with my concealer, is I'm going to go back in with this flat like packing brush. But first I'm going to start off by wiping it off a little bit, getting some of that other color off. And then I'm going to go in with this Big Sky. This is like the first time I've ever had like this shape of nails. And also, can we talk about something for a freaking second? Like, I was doing so good on these nails, right? Like, so I did all of these first. I glued all of these on first. All of these ones on first. Left this one off so that I had like some kind of like grip when I did this hand. So then I get all three of these done, you know, all straight. And look at that one. On the hand I use the most, and it's bugging the shit out of me. And now I'm just gonna pat, not rub. And putting the base down like for the cut crease is what makes these like shimmer colors pop. Okay, so now we are going to go in with this color called Wild Heart again. Did we already use this color? I definitely have come a long way since I used to do my makeup in high school. Like, I was that classic emo kid, except for I was not one of the cool ones. I always had the darkest freaking eyeliner, the biggest effing wing. There's this one time, I think I was a sophomore maybe, my family was doing family pictures. I always had my makeup so dark. And I remember being so offended because my stepmom was like, you need to tone down the eyeliner for the pictures. And I mean, like, I was offended. And, you know, I did my outfit all up like they wanted me to. And guess who showed up with really dark eyeliner? Me. And every time I look at that picture in the hallway, I regret my decision highly. All right, so we've got a little bit of Wild Heart up in here now. Now I want to bring it over a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna go back in with this orangey Baja color on a little tiny tapered blending brush. And we just wanna go back in where we had the orange, just kinda like make it pop a little bit more. Hit me with some questions.
What is the most important thing in your life?
My son. So we're gonna go in and just kind of blend out some more of these colors. I'm trying a new technique here. Saw this thing where if you like lift your brush up like this instead of like this, it'll like blend it down. Yeah, I approve. I think that kind of works. Hit me with some hot ones.
What is your favorite show on YouTube? Or channel, I should say.
I would say it's a tie between Healthy Junk Food, Shane Dawson. Just adding a little bit more of this Hell Ride in here. Like, if people wonder like why I never wear makeup, like this is why. Like, this is all the effort that goes into doing my makeup. Like, most of the time you catch me in public, I look like a totally different person. Okay, so I'm going to go in and I'm going to highlight some areas. So I'm just going to go in with this, like, this is my Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm just going to go in with this, like, color right there. Go in under my brow bone. Like that. Pull it down, and then I want to just blend it down into this orangey color.
How did you and your significant other meet?
Well, we had met like one time before, back when I was dating my ex, and I was living with my best friend and her fiance, who she's still with. And my now husband is my best friend's fiance's best friend. So like we're best friends, they're best friends. Works out perfect. And he had come over, you know, for, I think it was our roommate's birthday. And we hung out and everything, but of course I was with my boyfriend at the time. Well, years later, we finally break up and, you know, hanging out, drinking with my friend. And I'm just all of a sudden like, hey, do you know who I thought was cute? And she's like, oh my God, he's still single. And I'm like, oh my God, let me hit him up. So I messaged him on a Facebook Messenger, drunk as all get out. And it was like 6 o'clock in the morning when I finally laid down. And that's when I got a response that said, hey, what are you doing up? And that's the story of how we met. Okay, so final whatever here. We are done with that part for now. I'm gonna go ahead and start my face. So I've already primed all that fun stuff, so I'm just gonna go right in with my foundation. So I'm using the Fenty Beauty. It's pale as fuck, so that's how you know it fits me. And back to the beading. So just kind of, I usually start out here because you're gonna put concealer. I'm gonna like, so you don't want to put like a whole bunch of foundation there because then it like gets cakey and stuff. Hit me with another question.
Do you know how to pump your own gas?
Yes, I do. I taught my husband too. I know, I'm so mean to you. I don't know why you married me.
Because I love you.
Well, I fucking hope so. Like, I keep stabbing myself. Like, look, my nails are getting covered in foundation. Like, I wonder how easy these are gonna get. Wow. So now more concealer.
This one I got here. When was the last time you got into a fist fight?
Like an actual fist fight?
Yeah.
Probably high school. I don't know, I can't ever remember anything. I'm pretty sure it was high school.
Coke or Pepsi?
I used to be a Coke girl, but
That makes you last.
but I really do like Pepsi now.
Bungee jumping or skydiving?
Neither. Like, I don't want to do either of those. I'll go on a hot air balloon. How about that? Compromise 101. So, obviously I don't really have like a set thing that I'm doing on my channel. I'm just kind of toying around with some different ideas, seeing like what direction I want to go in. And like I said, I got my ring light for my birthday and my new mic, and I just wanted to test it out. So I thought it would be fun to do like a makeup video. Anybody that has already subscribed, or if you are a new subscriber, or even if you're not a subscriber at all, if you have like anything you'd like to see, I mean, like I'm mainly right now keeping this most likely like a vlog. Like maybe I'll cook some recipes sometimes, or maybe we'll do some conspiracy theory stuff. Like that's really big right now. So now we're going to set it. So I'm trying to decide if I want to use my Pretty Vulgar or my Makeup Revolution. You know, I do like the Pretty Vulgar a lot, but I think this Makeup Revolution one is $12 at Ulta, somewhere around that price, less than 20. And I really like it a lot. So we're going to I'm just gonna, you know, lean over. I don't want to get it on my shirt all that as much as I can. So we're just gonna go in and set all of this. I just want to use a powder brush real quick and kind of pat some of these excess spots. So while I wait for that to set, it's not going nowhere. I'm gonna go in with this white here under my eye on my waterline because it kind of just helps give your eye the appearance of being more open. I'm going to go ahead and dust off the excess setting powder. You just see how that like lightened everything up. Oh wow. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up my eyeshadow. So I'm just gonna go in with this Hell Ride. I am going to go in with this tiny brush, a little bit of this Baja. And I am going to curl. Should I fuck it up with eyeliner? I think I'm going to. Okay, so now that we have curled the lashes, we can go in and contour a little bit. So I am using the Makeup Revolution Ultra Contour Palette. I really like this one. It's got like a couple of these little shimmery and then these ones. So to contour, I like this Little Mermaid one I have. So I just mix all three of these browns. Assume fish lip position. Easiest way for me to find my cheekbones. Like I said, not professional makeup artist. And then get up in here. Create some definition. So now that I have that, I'm going to go in and blend it. I usually use a different brush for this, but I actually found it. Never mind. Okay, so that. Okay, and then we're gonna go in with some blush. I love this Morphe one because it just applies the blush so well and so beautifully. It picks up, it just picks it up well and it blends it out well. And blush was always something I really had a problem with up until I really started getting some decent products. So I'm using the Unlashed by Wander Beauty. I got this in my BoxyCharm subscription and I really like it. I have problems with like getting like my mascara clumping, and this one is like, I don't know, it's curved and it applies well and it doesn't apply in clumps. So we're gonna put that on. So now that I have all of this done, I'm going to go ahead and do my lips, and then I will finish it off with some highlighter. I don't normally line my lips, but I did want to try it this time because I just did. So I'm going to. looks. I always do try and fill this in. Kind of see what it looks like before you add your lipstick. I'm using the a Smashbox. I guess it's called Always On, I think. Okay, and last but not least, highlighter. So I'm going to be using the Anastasia Dream Glow Kit because it's friggin' gorgeous. You can tell I use it a lot. So I am kind of thinking that we will use, let's see. I'm kind of thinking this like magic color right here. Probably going to use a couple and layer them. So when I use highlighter, I really like to fucking glow. Our nose. And then I'm going to go back in with this brush and I'm going to add just a wee bit of the Wish. That is final look. So I'm going to take my hair down. So thanks for watching this probably very poorly instructed makeup tutorial on how I do my makeup. Most of the time when I do my makeup, I do the same technique, different colors, which is essentially what I did today. So if you like this video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up and subscribe. I do have a few other videos if this piqued your interest. So I'm gonna go cook myself some sweet potato and fish, and I hope to see you again soon. Thanks, bye.